What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel or online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. And you were looking at a Curiosity rover. This is a mosaic that NASA put together. One of the best ones I've seen in a very long time. And I'm going to go ahead and there's a couple anomalies. I'm just going to show you these anomalies right off the bat I want to get to. And then I'm going to come back and probably spend about 30 minutes on this picture here tonight. I made a video last night. It took about 45 minutes time. It bombed out when I was in the middle of trying to export it. Oh, that was a good one too. You know when you all get pumped up, you make something, and then all of a sudden it's like, dun, 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 it crapped out on me. So either way, here's where we're at now. And here's one of the main ones I wanted to show you because I look at this thing, and every time I look at it, and you're gonna see this. A couple of my buddies have done this picture already, and I can't believe I totally missed it. When this came out, I had so much going on in my life at that time. I just didn't have enough time to I just didn't get a chance to do this one, and sadly, I mean, this is an amazing picture, so I had to come back to it. So many anomalies all over it, and I just had to get shared, especially with my channel, because you know I love you guys, and I had to share this with you. All right, now this looks like some sort of machine to me that's been destroyed, maybe a ship. And what's even creepier about this, it looks like there's a an alien or something. I guess it wouldn't be an alien if it was on the planet Mars. It would be a Martian up here. Um, right there, it looks like something got freeze dried or this is a carving of something. I mean, do you see that staring up out of there? And in the back, like, you know, engines usually on what we build here on Earth, they're either in the back or in the front. And to me, this looks like some sort of engine back here. It's got a lot of parts to it. There's like circular parts. It's got something comes up, comes down. It connects hoses to other hoses and things like that. You can actually follow these hoses around. But here's this little guy right here that looks like to me like somebody that was like it's crazy. It's like they were freeze dried or something like that, or totally turned to stone. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. So let's take a look here. I see what I see. You see what you see. Let me go ahead and give it a quick let's see, filter. We do smart sharpen, just a quick smart sharpen it up a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and just give me a little bit of contrast, a little bit of brightness, probably a little brightness here, just to pull this piece out and see what you guys think. Pop that down some, so that makes it a little brighter. Now, what was interesting here is it seems like this rock's got a little hollow part here. Either way, maybe it's something that's just been carved in here. Um, But either way, it's pretty cool if you ask me. And it's sitting next to all sorts of anomalies. Like if we start going up over the hill over here, you're gonna find tons of stuff, and just in general. And we're gonna get back and do a bunch of these over here, because I could probably do, like I said, another 45 minutes on this easily, just from things that look like they're cut with perfect cuts, and they've also got what look to be recently cut stones here. You've got a lot of the porous rocks, you know, jagged, just kind of, you know, looks like if you ran your hand across them, it would be, you know, real like, you know, rough and bumpy and stuff like that. Then you've got these perfectly shaved ones that look like they were cut recently, are more recent than these other ones, you know. And when you look at this stuff, let me pull some of this up. Look at this interesting shapes and patterns in this stuff. It's gonna blow your mind with some of this. I mean, when we look at this, let me show you my favorite one down here. There's a couple, and I've done a couple of the actual sols from this picture. Like they patched this, NASA patched this one together, and I'll take you to show you where they patched it together right after I show you this one. Let me find it here. All right, it was down. This is where also the bricks are. There's so many what look like perfect mortar bricks or perfect bricks that are just, here's two right there. Or here's four. Here we go. Got one, two, three, four. Just look like bricks that have just been thrown and tossed up there. And then where is it? There was some pretty amazing stuff going on here. Here it is up here. Check this out. Look at the number of actual or actually we're going to count the number of degree turns here. We got a 90-degree rounded, 90 degrees back, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and it goes straight out. Another one comes in here straight, 90 degrees up to here. So check, so that is pretty out of control if you ask me. And then right here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little spheres in the middle of that. It almost looks like a ball bearing or something like that. Then down here you've got this round piece with one, two, three, looks like 3 or 4 holes in it. Almost looks like a mask to me, and it's just thrown about these pieces that look to be carved pieces of stone. They've got 90-degree angles on a lot of them. They've got like this where you've got these pieces built in. Here's these other bricks I was telling you about. They look just like the other ones down there at the bottom, except they're still lodged where I think they were at one time. Whether this wasn't actually right here, I think we've had some sort of a. I'm starting to subscribe to the electrical Mars theory that something happened. The cataclysm that came down was something electrical, maybe some huge discharge that just tore the planet up, or maybe possibly a bunch of, a whole series of events that happened. And that's why we see some of the vitrification, most likely, and why we see a whole lot of stuff just thrown about the whole planet. Look at the colors in some of this stuff. It's just totally amazing. It's the fact that NASA puts this stuff out and then there's no big hoopla, on TV and stuff like that or anywhere. Like you'd think that people would take a look at some of this stuff. I mean, look right here. You've got like a beam that's cut. It goes up that way, and it just runs the path, runs into the dirt, just like everything here. This looks like it's going into the dirt, and it even looks like it's got shapes and writing on it, and it blocks out like a cube block. Up here is the same thing. There's just all sorts of. Let's keep on going down here. Let me show you this up there real fast. We showed you that one, of course, and look at the difference in a lot of this. Like, this stuff looks like it was here already on this little mountain, and then this stuff looks like it was deposited from somewhere. Like up here, the stuff's thrown about. Just it looks like nothing like these rocks down here. These are all, like I said, porous. They've got, if you ran your hand across them, they wouldn't be smooth. But then you get stuff here that looks kind of be chipped off. This could be chipped off. It doesn't have to be tiles and stuff like that. But this right here definitely looks like a tile or something. Check this out. Tell me that doesn't look like a step or something that was there along the way. Up here you've got what I was calling a perfect board. See how it comes around through here? You got a bevel up at the top and a bevel here, and it just kind of goes off. Right here there's a break in it and just stops right there as it just kind of turns off. More and more of this color, in this color, I'm pretty sure you guys are looking at this. If you just sit back and let your eyes focus in on this stuff, you're just gonna see so much. It's just there's so much here to see. It's like an overwhelming of the senses. And I think that might be why we get to see some of these, because you think there's so much here. And here's what I'm talking about. Look at the shave. This rock right here. There's one in front of it. Looks like. Look how this is shaved almost perfectly. And then you've got this piece right here, which this was in I had this saw right here in another one of my videos, this picture from this saw. And check this out here. This was just more and more of these 90-degree angles that goes up into this piece here that almost looks like it's a little cubby hole for something. And it looks like it's sitting on top of some sort of a lid. I would say lid because this looks like it overhangs, and under it looks like it's got a very decorative, ornate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See all the little spheres? Looks like they were carved into it, and then the bottom under it looks very ornate, like it was for something important. Like it would be the top of something, um, like a nice box or something along those lines. And the more and more you look at this, see how I'm saying how this looks like it's got, cuts to them. See here? But it's different from the local rocks. That's why this whatever really tore Mars up and tore into Mars and took out the civilizations. And I don't know if it did it. Like I said, it could have done could have been 10 things that came along and happened. But I think one of them, after doing all this research, is definitely some sort of electrical discharge, because all the vitrification that we've seen from um, some of these pictures. I mean, some of these rocks that we've come up on, especially like over rock nest pictures and stuff like that, where you see like the molten slag just dripped off of it. It could get so hot at one time that rocks had melted. That's got to be hot. And we could be talking a little bit more about these theories and stuff like that, because I'm just learning on them. I've been listening to Thunderbolt. There's a Thunderbolt guy out there I really like at one of my subscribers turned me on to. I'd watched a couple of the videos in the past, but really just started getting into it. It kind of makes a lot of sense to me. So, if you guys watch my videos, you know how I am. I always keep an open mind. I always say, I see what I see, you see what you see. Well, you see, here's more cuts where you can actually see like tool marks maybe in it, and it's got the shiny part up. Now you figure that if all this was just sitting on the surface like this, and a lot of this other stuff happened from sand hitting it. You think it would hit everything and polish everything out, smooth most of the rocks out. But you get such a wide variety. That's why I wonder, how long did it take for this stuff to happen? Um, was it just one event? And then we've got it points to something happening at once to me, and then the shifting of the rock. This everything went all over the planet. Um, and that's why we get some of this. Now, also up here, I did a video on this piece right here. This piece right here, I think is 3 rocks. I thought that was a Martian tub. I think I named it on my video, but I'm pretty sure that's just 3 rocks now. I give that one up. I can see that. But here is a very easy to see. Hopefully you can see this. This is a foundation for something, whether it be a building or whether it be who knows exactly what it's for. But it's pretty easy to see it here. It lays out like that. It comes down to almost to a perfect 90-degree angle that way. It comes up and around and just kind of comes out. And you can see just the debris everywhere. But it looks like this kind of looks like something that would have had the foundation, stuff that would have been left over after catastrophe. Stuff fell over. Stuff ended up all the way across. Look at some of these, how they've got J hooks. There's a hook right there. This piece right here is just kind of out of whack there. Let me see if we can't just brighten it up. See what it looks like brightened up a little bit. You see that? Interesting to me, just the way it looks. And you can hopefully see that it does look just like a foundation. You can look at more of these 90-degree rounded angles. And see it? See it there? Bam. Um, I think Mars Anomalies, Chris did a good one on this. I know the Olympus Sky did one. There's a statue somewhere laying around here. It looks like a half of a head. When you cut it in half, it's creepy looking. When you put them side by side, like extend the one half to the other half, so it's just one piece. That it was pretty cool. Um, let's see here. More and more of these rocks that are just kind of they look out of place compared to the other ones. See how smoothed out these are? Look how smooth and cut this is right here. It almost looks like it was quarried out for a reason, and here's where it ended up after it had been. Here it is right here. Here's what Olympus Guy did. He took this piece right here, turned it like that, and then cut this right here, and then made two side by side, and it did definitely look creepy. It definitely looked alien. Um, and it's around more and more just rocks that seem to be perfectly shaped, uh, cut where you've got that one side that's just got a shear to it, and it's only some of them. Like I say, it's not all of them. So that's why it's strange to me that they'd be sitting next to other ones, that didn't get the same treatment. So if it was, Mother Nature oops, sorry about that, acting on this, you think that they would, everything would kind of be the same. But going back over here to my, let's see here, where's the last thing I want? There's like so many things I could sit here and go through on this picture. Here's, like I said, another one of those cuts. Just seem to be just sheared right off. Up to the top here, that almost looks like there's some vitrification going on, or possibly been cut, like I said before. And that does, every time I see that little piece right there, I think of that video that the Olympus guy did, my buddy Christian. Um, that was a good find. I don't think I would have done that with it. Whatever made him think about doing that, it definitely looks like the face of an alien. So go check his video out if you get a chance. But here, let me show you this. This is actually, I didn't even show you guys the PIA number that's on here. All right, where's it at? Bam. Oop. Let's see. Give me 1 second to find it. All right. So it's PIA 17931, Martian Valley, maybe Curiosity's root. Get the the TIFF file there. It's not that big, and it's definitely worth the download. And then a couple, only a couple more things I wanted to show you here. Let me see. This here is like a rounded out rock. This is just very interesting to me, especially once you see the, let's see, range, workspace, what I do here. Sometimes I do this when I lose all my icons from my Photoshop. It drives me insane. Let's see if I can pause it and get it back. Alright, last time I'm going to have to pause this video, hopefully. See, I've got the wonderful, there we go. Hopefully it's the last time I'll do that. I'm just going to brighten it up a little bit. Adjustments, brightness, bring it on up so we can take a better look in here. Alright, see how this piece, oh, I'm just going to leave it like that for a second. Look how this rock comes around here and it's hollowed out. It's interesting, and it's got a piece right here that almost looks like a connector. All the colors, they leave the color like rich in this photograph. A lot of stuff to look at, guys. This is one to go grab to add to your collection, especially if you're a collector of these. So just sit back and take a look at this stuff up here just thrown about. I didn't even touch some of these because you can sit and follow a lot of this stuff that looks like definitely Uncle Jake's junkyard, as my buddy Terry from Paris would say, who's been putting out some new videos. He's plays with flamenco guitar. Dude rocks. Check his channel out, Terry Fleming. He comments on my stuff all the time. You can find him through my channel. I think he's on my channels I support list too. He always calls it Uncle Jake's Junkyard, and it looks like Uncle Jake's Junkyard for sure. So, all right, guys, let me show you this one little piece, and I'm gonna get out of your way. And let me go right back to him. See the little guy staring at us. Where'd you go, buddy? Where'd you go, buddy? Let's see. Almost there. There's so much in this picture to take a look at. I will make that 45-minute video again on this one because it's definitely worth it. But just wanted to briefly show you the anomalies. I hope you see this little guy's face staring at you. And it could just be shadowing, matrixing, whatever you want to call it. But it looks like there's something there. And then back here, it looks like some sort of engine, or everything's connected. It's got wires. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think below. What's Up in the Sky 37, www.whatsupinthesky.com. Thank you to everybody who posts all their videos on my website. You guys rock. Kirsty, um, gosh, we got everybody. Chris, we need to get. I gotta get a thank you to everybody out there. You guys do so much good work. There's so much stuff going on Mars, and like I said, I should have done a video on this one a really long time ago. But I'll do a follow-up one here with a whole bunch more on it, and we'll really break down that hill over there on the left side. So, all right, guys, much love to you. Hope you have a good one. Peace.